Hi friends, Mayor Moreno here with the recap of your May 11th, 2021 City Council meeting. During the City Manager's report, we were told that Mr. Putter's Putt-Putt is up and going out at the lake. They are doing the watercraft concessions this year, so we've got the paddle boats that are out and going, and come Memorial Day weekend, they plan to be open daily throughout summer. They're also looking to bring some other items for rental like bike and cornhole and things for all of us to do this summer out at the lake, so really exciting. We had two public hearings tonight. One of them was on non-storefront cannabis delivery services. However, because of some corrections that needed to be made to making sure that we're legally, everything is in order the way that it needs to be, we actually have needed to continue this item. So we didn't have a report on it. We opened up for public comment. There was none, and we have now continued this item to our next meeting, May 25th. The second one, the second hearing was to hear any objections regarding weed abatement, and there were no objections. Weed abatement is where property owners who receive a letter from the city, and we sent out over 2,800 this year, need to take care of their weeds, abate their weeds by June 1st. And it's doing this in this program that we have in fuel management that really helps to keep us safe here in Atascadero. Gratefully, the large majority, and I mean a large majority of property owners do that every single year. And so thank you for doing that. Finally, we took a look at our downtown tree planting guidelines. So we've gone through phase one already, and still continuing a little bit with that. So we got an update. So we've done things like, taking out old, dead or dying trees, starting to repair some of the sidewalks that you might see buckling because of tree roots and things of that nature. Also preparing the wells to plant new trees. So what we looked at tonight is we approved some standards for moving forward, and also talking with the property owners about the types of trees to be planting and how to care for those. What most people don't realize is that when you are a property owner, whether you're in the downtown or elsewhere, you actually are responsible for the curb and the plantings and the things, even if you're residential, not just commercial. So that's something that we're working with property owners to make sure it is easy for them as possible. As we move forward, it will really be fun to see more and more trees in the downtown, particularly during summer when we appreciate that shade. And it really lends to that placemaking and just that sense of beauty and nature and that outdoor area that we're creating there in our downtown. One of the really interesting things is you see some of the tree wells around the trees, right? You have concrete or maybe iron grates, and each of those is problematic in their own way. Well, staff has found something called flexible porous paving, and it is recycled rubber chips, aggregate, and a binding agent. And what this does is it will act as that well, but it's cheaper than the other options. It is safer for the tree. It is ADA compliant. We're looking at potentially being able to source it locally. So really, all in all, it's a great, usually when you have new technologies, they might end up being more expensive or something of that nature, but to find something that just checks all the boxes is pretty exciting. So that was really the sense of tonight. We also looked at 3 different bills to send letters of either approval or opposition to. 2 of the opposing ones were related to housing that really is, and the legislature is looking at bills that will encroach upon local control. One of them being that you could develop housing anywhere in any even residential, in any commercial area. And so, could you imagine commercial areas where a developer could come in and just say, I'm going to build residential? That could, Del Rio comes to mind, and I think, no, that cannot happen. So things like that, where we, regularly look at something and say, hey, we want to send a letter to say, hey, we oppose this, and here's why. Here's the impact that you might not have thought of. Also have another one that we're supporting in concept that Senator Laird has put forward, and that is to delay any fines that would be levied upon any municipalities that don't perfectly implement SB 1383, which is a bill that has to do with waste recycling, and it is fairly onerous. There are a lot of requirements, and a lot of cities are scrambling to really get that in place. And so we appreciate Senator Laird trying to give us a little bit of breathing room that if we don't all get it right, that we're not going to be penalized right away. Finally, you may know that two of our council members, both Mayor Pro Tem Newsom and Councilmember Funk, appealed a Planning Commission decision from last week with regards to a mini storage at the south end of town. That public hearing has not yet been set, that date, but it will be coming soon, and we will let you know. And that is it. If you want to engage with me, have any questions here, feel free to do so. Always the best place to reach me is email hmoreno@atascadero.org. Remember me, I'm old school. All right, see you soon. Bye for now.